Combine. Jason is back. Todd Monken spoke yesterday in non-Browns gear. And if you guys didn't hear, I would like to share with you the story on why he wasn't wearing Browns gear. Steve, don't take this yet. This is irrelevant. Do you know why, Bull, he wasn't wearing Browns gear?
No idea.
Jason, did you hear this story?
No, I didn't hear it.
Tyvis, did you hear this story?
Is it because he wanted to talk to players and they didn't want them to know who he was?
He was wearing a Nike Jordan sweatshirt. It's like Carolina blue.
Oh,
true story. You'll see it in the pictures in a second. The reason, because I got a lot of tweets. Hey, does Todd Monken hate the Browns? He's not wearing Browns gear. I swear to God, I got a bunch of tweets like that. Todd Monken actually was asked about the gear he was wearing.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I got word I was getting fired from the Ravens, and I still had $500 left on my team card to use in the team shop. So I ordered neutral Jordan and Nike gear with the $500 left that the Ravens accredited us as. So he was wearing this free swag, and it's pretty cool gear. Jason, you were there.
That doesn't explain why he didn't wear the Browns gear.
They don't. There's a lot. Andrew Berry had on a blue.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just saying.
Like, there's a lot of guys that don't wear their team gear.
No. Wait a second. I don't care whether he wears the team gear or not. Mike said this was the reason he didn't, but I don't.
Well, he was explaining how he got this stuff. He wanted to show it off.
Yeah,
he said, I spent more money on these clothes. Than
why would people be worked up that he wasn't wearing Browns gear?
Because people are weird.
People are weird.
Looking for a story.
Yeah. So with that, I got a couple quotes, just like we did yesterday. I'll read you all the quotes, and we can react in any fashion you want. You can pick and choose where you want to dive into. Some are on the quarterback, some are on Joel Bitonio. The first is about the first two, actually, are about the quarterback competition this summer. Todd Monken said, and I quote, "Sure, I think it's an open competition. I don't get why it wouldn't be an open competition. I don't mean that saying it harshly. I don't think there's enough film over the last couple of years, one way or another, to say, boy, we have our starter at quarterback yet, whether internally or externally." Steve, let's go to the next one here. Still on the quarterback competition. Monken said, and I quote, whenever you take it, Steve, I would love to see that. "You would hope that by the time you get to training camp, that the reps you're giving to a quarterback is for your starter. Whether we get to that place, I don't know. That'll be determined in the offseason as part of it. It's just another piece of the puzzle." He was asked about Shedeur Sanders. On Shedeur, Todd Monken said, quote, "I think what you see is elite playmaking ability. That's in him. You've seen it. We've seen it. You saw it in college. You saw it on tape last year. Sure, there's a ways to go, but what rookie isn't? I mean, what first-year player doesn't have a long way to go? I'm excited to get started with him and all of our quarterbacks and all of our players." He was asked about Deshaun Watson. On Deshaun, Todd Monken said, "I think anytime that you get a player that at one point has exhibited the skill set at an elite level, I think you're always about to give them the benefit of the doubt that somehow we might be able to get that out of him again, and I think that's how you should look at every player." And last but not least, on Joel Bitonio, he came to the office a few weeks ago, and we tried to talk him into it right then, but he was not in a position yet to say he wanted to come back. "I'm for really good football players, and I'm for really good football players that are wired like Joel. There are not many wired like Joel." The floor is yours, gentlemen. Pick and choose where you want to start. If any of those caught your eye.
Go ahead.
Dillon Gabriel going to start this year, isn't it? The fact that he's never mentioned in none of these makes me think.
Well, because I think part of the reason he's not mentioned specifically is because the media members that are there are asking about Shedeur and asking about Deshaun, and nobody's really asking about Dillon Gabriel.
That's my point.
Yeah.
He's going to come out there and shock the world.
I don't think Dillon's going to be the starting quarterback.
I don't even think he's likely to be on the roster.
I don't
see why you would cut him.
Well, because the odds are you're not going to have all three quarterbacks back. You're not going to have the same three quarterbacks. I just can't imagine that being the case.
What are you looking at me for?
I was waiting on you to say, well.
I mean, I do think that they'll make a change. You can't run this quarterback room back. You can't. It's the worst quarterback room.
First
in
of
the
all,
league.
do you
Top
know?
to bottom,
Wait a minute.
it's the worst quarterback room in the league.
Do you know who we talking about here? How many times have we sat up here and said they can't do this and they did exactly that?
Do it, and you know what? And it blows up on them every time they do it.
Well,
every
why
time.
stop here?
That's true. With the Browns, you never know.
I mean, again, I had this conversation for days. How can you, as the owner, come out and say we took a swing and a miss and it didn't work, and then run him back out as the starting quarterback? How can you do that? And the answer I always got was, it's the Browns.
Yeah. I mean,
it's sad that two of the three quarterbacks will get booed and stay in the starting lineup and get announced.
I don't think Dillon Gabriel would get booed.
He got booed the last time he started. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
He wouldn't get
I
booed
was
right away.
there.
he wouldn't get booed right away like Watson.
The
would.
first incompletion, probably.
No, he got. I swear he got booed when they announced him. I was there.
All right,
I know,
you.
but
Yeah.
when Shedeur got hurt briefly and he ran out,
They
on the
booed
field,
him. Yeah, they did.
They did. I think they didn't realize there was like confusion over why he was coming in.
Right.
I don't
Probably
know that
some
it
of the
was-
fans thought Shedeur was benched or
Yeah,
something.
I don't remember that, but you're right. You are right. He was booed when he came in.
Yeah, but I just don't. Yeah, again, you're right. With the Browns, you never know. And the bottom line when it comes to Deshaun Watson, if I'm Todd Monken and he's on the roster, I can't worry about what happened in the past. Now
Deshaun?
we may all think Deshaun Watson's done, and he's probably done. I mean, the guy hasn't been good in 6 years. But if you're Todd Monken and you got your first opportunity to be a head coach in your career, and you saw what Deshaun Watson was, even though it's a long time ago, nobody else has been that on this team. There may be a part of him, and to be a head coach in the NFL, you got to be somewhat arrogant or at least confident. I could fix this guy.
Well, there's a benefit to a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah.
And there's also the lack of knowledge
That's true, too.
with a fresh set of eyes. That you can come in and you can look at Deshaun highlights, or you can look at, I mean, I can show you a highlight video of Deshaun Kaiser, his 1 year with the Browns, of all these great throws that he made.
Absolutely.
And he was terrible. So you can look on film and find whatever you want. But until you actually get in there and see it for yourself every day, with any of these guys, when you see their work ethic, when you see how much they're actually putting into it,
Right.
when you see then you'll know. So he could say whatever he wants right now, and we're going to sit here and we're going to dissect every word and every syllable.
And none of it really matters.
And none of it matters.
Yeah.
Until you get to July and August. But the NFL is the king of all talk and very little action because it's short a season.
Yeah.
So we just sit here and talk about every word and everything until they get in there on OTAs and until he gets to look at these quarterbacks. That's going to I do believe when they say it's an open competition, I do believe
It
that.
should be.
Yeah.
It should. Obviously he's gonna watch some tape on them, but everybody's starting out at ground zero. You don't know these people. You don't know none of them. You don't owe them anything.
Right, and
You should truly go out there and do it exactly how I say. Rotate the starting ones every day at quarterback until you see somebody that's sticking out, that's getting chemistry for the whole OTAs. And then when you get to mini camp at the end of May or June 1st or whatever it is, have your lineup there. You should have 4 weeks of practice to be able to make a decision on what guys picking up things, what guys getting the chemistry. But rotate all three of them. I would not pigeonhole myself into saying, like, I want this guy to be the guy. Like, forget everything about Deshaun before, forget everything Shedeur before. Like, this is all fresh. You make your own evaluations. Don't let people in the building or any people around say, this is what he is. You are the coach. You were handpicked for this reason. Go out there and make it be fair.
Now, having said all that, where are you trying to go? And what are you trying to accomplish
This season?
as an organization? Where are you trying to go? Like, what is the upside to playing Deshaun Watson? What's the upside?
If you're trying to win games, your owner came out and said that we was better than 5 wins this season and we should have won more games.
I don't understand. I told you before the show I might go to the owners' meeting just to try
How
and
things have
understand.
changed in 27 minutes.
Well, but I just don't understand.
Why played Deshaun?
Well, everything that's been said over the course of the last year, like I thought Jimmy had it exactly right last March at the owners' meetings when he said, "Swing and a miss. It didn't work. It's going to take us a while to dig out of that." That was exactly right. How we got from that to this, whatever this is.
Well, he's left him on the roster. I mean, you could cut him in theory.
They should have cut him.
Yeah.
They should have cut
Let
him.
me ask you this. Do you think, okay, when you moved on from Kevin, basically you were saying that his stuff didn't work anymore. You was done with that. The time has ran out. Players aren't responding to him. So when you get a new coach in there, don't you want to establish the culture? Like the winning culture? Don't you want to, that's like the whole purpose of bringing him here is to establish the winning culture. So if Deshaun brings that and wins you games, like no matter where that puts you as far as the future,
How many
like
games-
you know that it's easy for guys to be like, it's the same old stuff.
How many games you going to win with Deshaun?
I don't know.
6?
Let's say he won.
Maybe.
Let's say he win you 8.
Different
And
teams.
then what?
Different
You
teams
gonna
look at
re-sign
it
him?
differently.
No.
Why would the Steelers? Why would the Steelers bring
He
back
got
Aaron
paid
Rodgers?
already.
But
Why
hang
would
on.
the Steelers bring back Aaron Rodgers? But they're going to probably because they want to win as many games as possible.
But if you wait, okay, let's play this out. They win 8 games. I just said you're going to resign him. You
I
said
understand.
no. So
What,
now
I
what are you gonna
understand
do?
everything.
Now you're
what
8-9.
I understand exactly what you're saying. You're saying either you're going to be really good or be really bad. If you're going to be really bad, okay, cool. Now you can get the quarterback and all that in the future.
I'm saying, show me the plan. What is the plan?
Right.
They don't have a plan. What is the plan?
What is the plan?
What is the plan?
Well,
I thought I
think
saw
you
the
gotta
plan.
I think you gotta.
I thought I understood the plan. I don't understand the plan anymore.
The plan to me, if I was the Browns and I was looking at this offseason, let's say I was making a plan for the next 2 years, my plan would probably be fix the offensive line, win as many games as possible. Yes, I know that won't put me in the race for one of the top quarterbacks for next year, but it would at least establish the winning culture. If we got money, maybe we can make a trade for a guy, because people are going to move off their quarterbacks next year anyway, because it's allegedly so many in the draft. So people are going to be willing to move off of their guys to get the younger guys. So now you can make that trade and you could probably take on that contract or re-sign that guy to the next deal.
I just think this is still purgatory. It was reiterated to me again over the weekend. 2029 in the Dome. That's all they care about.
Oh, well, I told you, I said the same thing like 2 years. When they announced that
that's
dome,
3 more years of
I
terrible
told
football.
y'all.
It doesn't-
28, they're going to be really good in
doesn't-
28.
it
Watch what
doesn't-
I say.
But I want to be careful with that, because it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be 3 more years of terrible football.
Yeah.
But that's the North Star of
Yeah.
the focus. And it's really not, because you got to start selling PSLs in 27.
Right. Which means if that's
you've
the
really
North-
got this year and next year, because you have to have a product on the field by 27 that people are willing to invest a ton of money in by 27.
Insane amount of money.
Yeah.
And if the North Star is we need to be good in the Dome, then the goal this year, then the priority this year, I hate to say it, is not winning. Is not winning as many games as possible. It's trying to find a quarterback, whether that's Shedeur Sanders
And
or
that's
someone
where
else.
I go back to, I don't understand what the upshot is to playing
If
Deshaun.
that- right.
I've been consistent on this since November. If you're telling me everybody knows how I feel about Shedeur. But if you're telling me my choices are Shedeur or Deshaun, I will take Shedeur 11 times out of 10.
I think everybody would.
Because there is no upshot to playing Deshaun at all.
The only upshot to Deshaun is if you think he's going to win you the most games this season.
Right. But they're not going to.
All right, great. Congratulations. He's going to win 2 more games or 3 more games or whatever. What did you accomplish with that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Because you're not signing him, and now you're starting over the following year, and
think
you're
the-
either drafting a
Are
quarterback.
are the Browns crazy enough to sign him? Franchise tag him.
Franchise tag for quarterback is going to be by next year be like $50 million.
Are the Browns crazy enough to sign him for?
The Browns
1
are
or
crazy
2
enough to
years?
do anything. I wouldn't put anything
You
past the
think
Browns.
they would do that?
No
If
normal
Deshaun
team
went,
would do-
let's say Deshaun went out here and went 9-8,
I don't want
and
to know.
he
I don't know.
threw for 3,300
Yeah,
yards.
how well did he play? Not how-
3,300 yards, 22 touchdowns, 9 picks.
I would not re-sign him.
No.
You don't think they would think
There's
about
almost he would have to. The only way I would consider re-signing him is if he played like a superstar again.
Oh, well.
And I think that's so unlikely that I think the chances are
Kevin Garnett
close
said
to nil.
anything's possible. So
Well, if Kevin Garnett said it, then it must be true. What do you think? Kevin Garnett's the first guy to say anything's possible?
he's the only one that said it in a passionate way.
Really?
Like that.
Nobody's ever said it
I
before.
mean, he took
Kevin
he
Garnett.
took his hat off and yelled to the stars. It was very passionate.
Kevin Garnett, the originator of anything's possible.
We'll go out to Zach in a second, but he did mention, and by he I mean Todd Monken mentioned, he spoke with Joe Bitonio. They obviously pushed the date back to figure out a Bitonio situation, extension, return, retirement, whatever, into March. Based off what Monken said, is unable to talk him back into it at the moment, but obviously likes players built like Joel. Bull, you get any indication on which way Joel might be leaning?
I think Joel's going to probably retire. That's my my gut feeling about it. But
when is his decision date?
March 11th, which is when
The day of free
tampering.
agency.
Well, technically the tampering period. I think it's the 13th, or is it what's that?
I thought the 11th.
When is the
was
official
free
first day
agent.
of the league year? Is it the 11th?
The 11th, yes.
Okay, that's a Wednesday or a Thursday?
It's a great question.
So tampering is before that. Then.
Yeah,
Tampering's, yes. So Tampering's the 9th,
right.
which is the 9th of Monday.
Yeah,
11th
then so
is
the 11th
Wednesday,
is.
yes.
I think the 11th at 4 p.m.
It's
is the official start of the year.
exactly March 11th. Dang, that's crazy.
2 weeks from today? No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks from yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. So 13 days away.
All right, you guys ready to talk to Zach Jackson
Yeah.
from Indy? We're going to get